Hello everyone, Gentleman here with another Epic 7 video. Today, I wanted to talk about the Arena Drafting Mode and why I think it is one of the best additions to the game. Of course, this mode is not perfect by any means. However, it has so much potential and room to grow, which is why I wanted to jump in on this subject for today and talk about what this mode is getting right and what areas need some improvement. As always, please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed this video. So yeah, let's jump in. Okay, so first off, what I love the most about this game mode is that it allows any player, doesn't matter if they have been playing the game for a week, months or years, to finally dip their toes into RTA without them having to worry about whether their characters are super well built or not, which to me is a massive step in the right direction towards getting more and more people into the RTA ecosystem to begin with. RTA is currently reserved for those who have spent a lot of time and effort into their accounts, so hardly anyone who hasn't spent months playing, building characters, etc. even get a chance to try out and experience RTA for themselves before they even decide whether or not they want to quit the game. So yeah, overall a great way to invite people in to what I think is the biggest hook that Epic 7 has to offer. Up next, the fact that you get to try out and experience characters that you haven't had a chance to, whether it's because you don't own them or simply because you can't build them to use them properly. This is a big issue that I know many players such as myself have whenever playing normal RTA. We have the character, but we just don't ever get to experience them and learn how to use them because we simply can't draft them. They'll either get destroyed or not function properly due to the lack of gear to enable them. So yeah, being able to use characters that you might or might not have at their full potential is something that feels so good and helps players get familiarized with them as well. Another simple yet very important thing that kinda ties in with the first point that I made is that you are playing on an equal level playing field. Every character is well built, the overall pool of characters available is the exact same for both sides, and there is no first pick. Like I said, doesn't matter if you've been playing since day one or for 1 week. Anyone can hop on, have fun, and even more so with friends, right? It's even hard to play with friends, even if it's just for fun, when most of the times either you or your friend might have a more stacked account. So matches are very one-sided more often than not. And the last thing I would like to give some praise to before we move on to the not so good / changes I would like to see is that the amount of random team comps that come out of this game mode are both hilarious and fun. Of course, there can be some frustration when it comes down to getting simply unlucky during the drawing phase with unlucky character draws, which we will talk more about in a minute, but the fact that you see much more variation in the teams that your opponents and yourself come up with is so refreshing. And seeing characters that you might not see too often or at all to finally get their time to shine. Unlike ranked RTA, where most of the times the teams that you see or have to draft have little to no variation from the meta. But okay, that's the good. Of course, feel free to let me know down in the comments below of any other positives that I might have missed. But yeah, let's move on to the things I've noticed that, can definitely improve. Number 1, we need more characters added to the mode. Currently, there is a decent pool of characters, but when you play the game mode enough times, you definitely start to notice that your options to counter certain characters or playstyles are pretty limited. On top of that, I would like to see some lesser played characters get added as well, but maybe juiced up a little bit, just so that players actually have an incentive to play them and not just feel like they got super unlucky whenever one of those characters popped up. To me, Epic 7 is the most fun when you have tons of variety to select from, and hey, why can't Smilegate use this as a bit of a testing grounds for lesser used characters, Give them insane stats and see what kind of impact they can have in the meta. Number 2, allow us to redraw at least once per match. Nothing feels worse than to get a dead hand against an opponent's team that has a very stacked lineup in which we can't do nothing about. So a redraw feature would alleviate this issue quite a lot. And number 3, default all characters to their skins, please. I mean, why not, right? I think everyone can agree that 99% of the skins for all characters make them look better. So yeah, just make all characters default to their skins, and hey, maybe Smilegate will get a boost to their skin sales, you know? So a win-win situation right there. Number 4, and feel free to maybe disagree with this one or not mind it too much, but I think that letting the description of the character that's being drafted show for a little bit longer so that the opponent can actually see it will be a good change. There are a lot of characters that players might have no idea what they do, especially when a new player jumps in and decides to give this game mode a chance. So in order to help both sides strategize a little bit better, just leave the description of the character that's being picked show for a little bit longer. And lastly, the most important change I can think of is to add a quick play mode. Currently, you have to go through the process of searching for a mock battle and joining a lobby, which can be a little intimidating, especially if you're more of a newer player. Not to mention, you have to wait for the host to put you up next to battle against a random opponent, which can take a while. You're not immediately jumping in and playing, but instead you're sitting in a lobby and waiting for your turn, which is pretty annoying if all you want to do is try out the mode, or maybe warm up a little bit before ranked RTA, etc. This is fun and all when playing with friends, but if you are solo, this is highly inconvenient. So please, Smilegate, make whatever fine-tunements you need to make to the game mode and just add quick play. Because as we have seen already, the idea and concept that we have right now is very much heading in the right direction. So yeah, please let me know in the comments below what you think, what kind of feedback you would like to leave out for Smilegate in regards to this game mode, and what other stuff I might have missed. Thank you all so much for watching. The support I've been seeing on the channel has been incredible, so thank you all so much. We're on our way to reach that 500 subs goal, and honestly, if things stay as good as they have been in this past couple of days, I wouldn't doubt being able to reach that goal sooner than later. So again, thank you all so much, and I'll be seeing you all on the next one. Laters!